What's going on, guys? G2 here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about storing your magazines loaded. Yes, no, and why. So the community is really split on this. Some have good information, some have bad information. Some people just do what they want. And like all these videos, I'm going to give you the options. I'm going to tell you the reasoning why, and you make the choice for yourself. So there's two kind of schools of thought here. So keeping your magazines loaded all the time does nothing to the spring, right? It doesn't change it or make it weaker or anything like that. And then the other side of it is keeping the magazines loaded all the time weakens the spring. So there has been extensive testing on this. You Google magazine loaded versus magazine unloaded, and you will see that the magazine springs themselves, especially the newer models like the Magpuls, the Hex Mags, the Lancers, all of them have tempered springs. Even the old Brownells magazines have tempered springs in there. So you can keep them fully loaded in your gun case, in your battle belt, whatever you've got, and not have to worry about that spring losing its power. Springs in general on the AR-15 system, and just any spring in general that's tempered, does not lose its power based on set over extended period of time. It gets worn out because of use. So if you have a magazine that has been used a lot, you know, you're dumping a lot of rounds through the same magazine, there is a higher risk that that spring will be worn out compared to one that is brand new and has been just downloaded in your gun safe and been sitting there for, you know, 2, 3, 5, 10 years. So keep your magazines loaded, guys. It does not affect the spring at all. Now here's the second part of this myth. In this case, we're going to use our little example rifle right here, which has been cleared and marked safe before it even made its way to the table. So thank you, Internet Range Safety Officers, in advance. The other myth is that making your magazines or loading your magazines to 29 rounds makes the magazine easier to seat in your rifle. Now, while that is the case, anything under the max will make it easier to seat in the rifle. It has nothing to do with the fact that you can extend this to its full capacity, a 30-round magazine, and put it into the rifle, and it's going to work better or equal or worse than if you downloaded it to 29. The reason why people have issues when they fully load their magazines is because when you get to that 30th round, you're obviously compressing the spring as you download the magazine. So when you get to that 30th round, instead of there being a lot of room in here for those rounds to move as they engage with your bolt carrier group, there's just a little bit of room. But there is room. There is a set that allows you to put that magazine in there. That bolt will press down that 30th round and allow you to seat the magazine. If it's tough or if you're having a problem with it, here's a check that you can do. Some people swear, oh, it's the magazine. The spring is too tight. The spring is not broken in enough. Arguable. When you're loading your magazines, and as I said, this gun is cleared safe, you're going to do it first with the bolt closed, right? 30 rounds in here, you're going to put it in there, and if you're just gentle with it, okay, listen, if you're gentle with an AR, you're using the wrong platform, okay? If you just go in like this and you just push it in, yes, there's a very good chance that you're not going to fully seat that magazine. The proper way to load your AR magazine is to pop it down from the bottom and then give it a tug, right? So pop and tug. This ensures that you're fully seating the magazine. That 30th round is going to feel a little bit of resistance when it starts to hit the bottom of that bolt carrier group there. So you got to be a little bit forceful with it and really drive it home. So after all that, it's still not sticking, and you swear to God you don't think I know what I'm talking about, go ahead for me and pull that bolt carrier back, lock it in position, and then put your magazine in. And I guarantee you 98.3% of the time it's gonna lock in fine. Okay, if it does not lock in fine at this point, it's one of two things. It's possible that your magazine catch on your magazine is out of spec. It's known to happen, mistakes happen, it's possible. The other thing that you want to check is your magazine release. So as you are engaging your magazine release button here, your magazine latch moves in and out right here, this guy. So if you find that you're having issues, it may be because your magazine latch is not in far enough, and all you need to do is grab a pencil or something, press into your magazine release button, push it out, and then give this guy a little twist to bring it closer, kind of tighten it up, and it'll extend your latch right here so that it's protruding more, and that may fix your issue. If you find that it's, and you'll be able to see on your magazine, maybe it's scraping really hard on this. Look for signs of wear. If you're seeing a lot of scraping, back it off one full rotation and see if that fixes the problem. But I can tell you guys, loading to 30 rounds is the standard. That's why they're 30 round magazines, not 29 round magazines. And if you're having a problem with it, just remember, don't be so nice to your rifle, okay? Smash and tug, okay? To make sure that it's seated in there, and that should alleviate your issues. If you find that that's not the case, play around with your magazine catch, and then also inspect your magazines for abnormal wear, big gouges and whatnot here on the latch, and that should fix your problem. So until next time, make sure that you're practicing safe weapons handling at all times and treating every weapon as if it was loaded. God bless America. G2 out.